Hello and welcome. Yes, we are here in Greg's new Model Y. Say hi, Greg.
Hi guys, how are you doing this morning?
Today is Screen Protector Day. It's second day Greg has owned his car, and we are going to install a screen protector. Now, I'll be up front with you. I've seen a lot of screen protectors, and I've seen good ones and good ones. Some of them are easy to install, some of them are not easy to install. I was able to watch enough videos, and I found this company, Abstract Ocean. They're out of Texas. And one of the benefits for installing their version of a screen protector is we'll see here in a minute. So before we get to that, let's go ahead and clean the screen. We need to make sure that the main screen in your Model 3 or Model Y is very clean. All right, so the next thing here is to clean the screen of the car. Now, being a touch screen, as you know, just like on your phone or your laptop or tablet, anywhere I would touch on the screen would make the computer do something. Screen clean mode, we're here. Now you say, oh, that's not very clean. Well, you need a flashlight, okay? And I've got this flashlight. And as you can see, yeah, that screen is less than clean, right? Okay, so the key is when we install the screen protector is you don't need big giant pieces of dust and grease and all that stuff. Look at that guy. All right, so what we got to do now is we got to take our time and clean this. Part of it is once we get in, we're not going to move around. If you look real close here, you look here, you can see all the dust floating around. All right, and all that dust is going to be our enemy, and that's because we got in and stirred up the dust. So we're going to try to let this settle a little bit while we clean the car. We're not going to move around a lot. I'm wearing a cotton shirt, so is Greg, and each time you move, it shakes dust particles off. Now, we're not going to avoid 100% of the dust from the screen protector, but our goal is to get everything we possibly can off of the screen before we put the screen protector on. Okay, so let's get to cleaning. We're going to follow the instructions here, and you're going to be reading the instructions.
All right.
And I'm going to be doing the job here.
Okay, the first thing they recommend is we watch the video that Abstract Ocean have produced to help you understand how to do this. So
okay, and I have.
we've done that.
Yep.
It says prepare by ensuring the climate control fan is off on your Model Y, is parked somewhere that's well lit, and screen cleaning mode is activated, which we just did.
Correct.
Wash your hands. Minimize movement in the car. Cats and dogs should wait outside. If you own a spandex onesie, put that on now. Well, I don't own one. Dave isn't wearing his.
And I'm not that kinky, so
if he shows up in his spandex,
you better run.
Not gonna happen.
That's right.
All right. Well, the next step is dust is your enemy, and we know that. Time spent removing every speck is well spent and will save you time at the end. First, wipe the screen with the wet wipe, and then use the dust grabbers or Scotch tape to get the last few specks.
Okay, so this is not a wet wipe. This is what came with it. Did any other tools come with this?
No, that's...
Could this be replacement for their wet wipe and they didn't?
I presume so.
It is far from wet.
Yeah.
Right? It is far from wet, but maybe so. So let's try a little test. We will do a little test here and see if this wipe, and it does do a pretty darn good job even though it is not wet, right? So we'll go over it, try to do linear strokes rather than, you know, round and aroundy strokes.
Well, it seems to be cleaning the screen fairly
Boy,
well.
it sure does. Look at that.
but there's nothing on here that talks about that as a replacement
Yeah,
for the wet one.
I suspect, being a businessman, when you have somebody print a box like you see there, right? Wow, look at that.
That really cleans it.
Well, it's not wet, but it sure wipes. So they should put it in errata. I'm going to flip it over now and continue. Dang, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, you can, if you look real close, you see the little grid. You see the grid there?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Right, and that is the touchscreen grid just underneath the glass here on the screen. Dang, that looks pretty darn good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this, not to collect any more dust. And I'm going to set it here. And what we need to do, what's our next step here?
Okay, the next step says fit the installation template to the screen by snapping it on the front. The screen is not straight on all angles, so ensure it's correctly oriented, noting the top indicator.
Yeah, so you can see the bottom of the physical screen here, right? You can see the edge, right? And then the top, right? So let's get the plastic thing out of the side. Okay, now it does indicate top, right? So if you can see, it says up, right? Okay, so I will tell you now, this is the best part of the Abstract Ocean screen protector. You've seen other videos around, and these videos all show tape and weird stuff to hang this thing on here. And I will tell you that if you watch, I just click it right on the screen. Goes on the bottom and snaps to the top, all right? And that's it. And I believe that's correct, right? Now what we're going to do, we'll dry fit this before we pull the tape off, right? So there's the top and here's the bottom, all right? We're now stuck onto the screen, this plastic frame. Now the benefit of this is when I take the glass, I put it right here along the edge, and I just lean it forward slightly, and this screen or this frame will keep it from touching the screen. And then the next procedure will be is I will touch the center of the screen and it will propagate out and then be stuck on there. Okay, so now you see while we're talking, little bits of extra dust want to light right on our screen, but we'll take those off using these things called dust grabbers, sticky little round pieces of paper. Okay,
well,
what's our next step?
Next direction says clean the dust again and again. Seriously, the #1 cause of installation issues is dust.
Correct.
Now stop breathing until step 8 is completed.
That's cute.
I reckon that's a bit of humor.
That is humor. R.
Yeah. All right. So you grab.
So these little things will allow us to grab dust. And by the way, we're doing this in the garage. Uh-oh. See that? The grabber left junk on there.
You can try that dry wipe again.
Yeah, we'll probably do that again. The grabber appears to be leaving some residue. I suspect the glue on the grabber is old, right? Stick that on, pull it off. Stick it on, pull it off.
A flashlight at an angle is a great help to highlight the dust.
And it does, right? You can easily see whatever dust.
It's leaving some.
Yeah, we're going to need to do a few things, right? Like it says, clean it, clean it again.
Clean it again.
Right.
If you're holding your breath, we wouldn't have these problems.
Ah, dang. I guess I'm not Mark Phillips or whoever the swimmer guy is. All right, well, we're going to continue to clean it. I'm just going to set this right here for now. Now, what's our next step? Just continue to clean. What do we do after we continue to clean?
All right, after we're comfortable that it's clean, it says remove the protective film. The location of the tab indicates the top left of the protector. Slowly but deliberately. Do not touch the exposed sticky side of the protector. Moving slowly prevents the screen present the screen protector to the screen by placing the bottom curved edge into the installation template.
Okay.
So that's making sure we're clean, taking the screen protector out of the protective covering. The tab locates the top left.
Okay.
And you orient it in the frame.
I will tell you the screen grabber sticky things are must have old glue because it leaves more residue on this screen than ever. Okay. Oh, you know what? What we didn't see was our cleaning wipe.
Oh, yeah.
It was so micro small that then if that's the case, what's the white thing?
Well, white thing did a pretty darn good job.
The white thing did a fantastic job, but just for GP,
yeah.
general principles, we're going to go ahead and use the wet wipe first, and then we'll go over it with the microfiber. I'm guessing that's some way to dry it, right?
Probably.
Okay. Maybe so. Yeah. Okay, so let's get this out here. I'm not going to open it all the way because it'll dry out right away, so we're going to do a good clean job. Take off whatever oil. Keep following me with that flashlight there. Oh, that was good. Let's get through that. I'll fold it back the way it was, so we don't have it with anything else. So we'll pull it inside out now. And this is drying out as you might imagine. Okay. I'm going to roll the entire surface with the wet. Okay, now we're going to use, oh, it's something you can remove with this guy. Yeah, okay. Okay, give more of an angle. There you go. Okay. Get away from my screen. Looks pretty darn good. There's going to be a micro amount, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I need your, here, you can do that. Don't move around too much when you're doing that. Okay, it says back and left and up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set this here on the bottom of the frame, right here, and then we're going to let it go forward right onto the screen. Okay, and it's should fit within the frame, and it does. It just, you got to put a little pressure in the corners. Okay, so at least we dry fit this, and that works. Great, busted, Dave. Okay, so are we at a point where we are ready to apply this? Or you have enough dust off of everything?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, I'll take this, nice and slow.
Down to the bottom direction, which is peeling off orienting it, peeling off the...
Right, so if you hold this more on an angle, you can see.
We're pretty clean.
It looks pretty darn good. There's one little tiny one here. You got to shine it at the screen or it won't do you any good. Yeah. Okay, well, you monitor that. I'm going to start separating the back here.
Keep your fingers off the sticky side and try and do that as far away from the screen as you can, because that electrostatic charge is what you want to keep away from the screen. I must say, you did a good job cleaning, because this really looks nice.
It did. Think we're about ready?
Good to go.
Okay, here goes. We'll line this onto the bottom. Make sure that, now this is on the outside, okay. So all the cameras running. See how screwed up I can get it. Okay, I'm in the corner. And I'm across the bottom. And I think that we are, you set it here. Okay, make sure that we're in the...
You in the frame?
And I think we are. This is maybe a little this way too much. Let's pull this out and move it over just a hair. Gonna set that there. And pretty close here. Move it over a little in the corner. It doesn't quite, the routing isn't quite right. It's as far as I can get it in this corner, so
Okay.
I think that's where it's going to be. Okay. And then we do our thing, right? Okay. And we're even across the bottom. Okay, here you go. Okay, and then we can watch this. It's a little fingerprint.
Yeah, there it goes.
See it moving across the side there?
Yeah. Looks like gray line propagation.
It does, doesn't it? Okay, and then this side is there.
Does it need a little help?
Probably. I think what we'll do is, since this is mostly stuck on, if you'd hold this, I'm going to go ahead and pull this end of the frame up and release some of the pressure you see on this side of the frame.
Yeah, you can see it going across.
Okay. Now, I don't think I see any bubbles at this point. I think we're pretty good. I mean, other than my nasty fingerprints on this side.
Yeah, teach
Looks
you to
pretty, I know.
wash your hands.
We'll see you touch anything, and that's
Yeah,
what you
of
get, right? Dang, that went on pretty nice.
Yeah, good job.
Gee, I didn't even have to hang upside down in the car or anything.
I'm disappointed. I wanted to see some acrobatics.
I think that was pretty good. So, just for fun, let's use this and see if we can clean off anything. Now, what do we got here? It's still a fingerprint right here, I think, unless that's a bubble. I don't think so. It might be a bubble, actually. Let's see if I can work it out.
Work it down.
Yeah. I'm assuming the glue will cold flow and it'll
Probably.
equalize out, I'm guessing. Those are outside. We'll watch it. See if it becomes an issue. I don't think it will. A lot of grease on it here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's try this
You
thing.
can dry wipe it and sort of clear it up. That does a good job.
I like this white thing.
Yeah. Must be some sort of microfiber cloth.
I'm guessing. Yeah, it worked out pretty darn good. All right, press and hold it.
Press hold.
I mean, just hold it. Yep, it counts down. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, there you go. Now, what I found is I had to reset the car so that the capacitive figured out what the extra capacitive on the front screen is, right? So what I would do is, I don't think it tells you to do this, press in and hold on both of those until the screen resets. Here, maybe let's try it again, but press them exactly the same time.
All right.
Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
Okay. That went off pretty easy.
Went off very nicely.
And so, in conclusion, in my opinion, in retrospect, having a frame like this makes putting this thing on, as you saw, easy as pie. So I would recommend the Abstract Ocean screen protector, or any other screen protector that has a similar frame to allow you to kind of test fit and trial and those things before you actually put it on. And as you saw, it went on real easy. What was our elapsed time? 12 minutes or something like that?
Well,
right?
It's interesting. I'm watching some of the other videos, which I did as well before I purchased this one, and looking at the effort people went to with little bits of tape and trying to hold it on and get a screen protector oriented properly. The decision to buy this for roughly the same amount of money, but with that frame, made it an easy choice.
Yep, I agree. So again, Abstract Ocean did not sponsor us. We actually paid hard cold cash for their products. I will suggest that if you are putting a screen protector on, you saw how easy it is. You know, choose your own pane. Get whatever screen protector you like, but as far as ease of installation, the Abstract Ocean appears to be probably one of the best choices out there. Now, they're not giving me any feedback or kickback of anything, but if you would, when you order it, tell them EV Dave showed you how easy it was, and that's why you're buying it. And they'll probably appreciate the feedback. Well, there you go. Greg's screen protector is on his brand new Model Y, and how many miles we got on this thing now?
200 and some, perhaps?
103.
103?
God darn, you better get out there and drive this
I wonder
thing.
what they'll give me on a trade.
I think you better. This thing is super old. All right, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching the screen protector install. It may give you some ideas in what to use. Again, this is an Abstract Ocean product, and it's approximately the same price as what you'd find anywhere. Thanks for watching. I'll look for you in the next one, and take care. What do you have to say, Greg?
Happy as Larry. So far, everything's working perfectly, which is really great. That's the experience you want.
And remember, Bob's your uncle.